So welcome everybody. This is our first meeting in the new year. Hope everybody had a lovely Christmas and New Year. I was just saying there, don't really have an agenda for this meeting. So if anybody wants to throw it open, tell us any successes that you've had, any struggles that you've had, any questions that you've got. If anybody wants to go first, I know it can be daunting. If anybody wants to, just unmute yourself and fire away. Everybody's shy, that's fine. So what I think I might do, I'm going to share my screen here. So as you can see, our post has gone live. Can you all see that? People are liking it in the Polish, in the club. So people are liking that already now. It's 7 o'clock in UK time. So if any of you are not in the English club, you get that access as well as the Polish version. So we've got the two versions. This is the English, got the Polish version. If you're in your 7-day trial or you are a paid member, you get both versions. So I've added learning units to the English version so far. And basically, I just want to show you these so that we can talk about breaking down issues again, which is going to be a topic that I'm sure we're going to talk about quite a lot, is how to take a big issue. Somebody messaged me today about a relationship and how do you, and you know, getting a lot of processing. The bigger the issue is, I think the more processing symptoms we seem to be getting. So it's best to break it down. So these are examples of how to write your intentions for the day, because some people have asked as well, how do I literally write it down? Like, what is the best way to write my intention? So here we are, my fear of spiders, the feeling I get in my stomach when I think about whatever. It could be a relationship, it could be the butterflies I've got in my stomach right now. It could be any sort of anxiety that you've got. You might write down, I feel grief for a loved one that's passed away, a parent. You can feel grief for anything, to be honest. You could feel grief about the situation we find ourselves in the world at the moment, where we're separated from people. You might want to write down my anger. That's another option. This jealousy I feel about somebody, my longing for a new. And we'll just touch on beliefs a little bit today, but another option is you could choose a belief such as, I am not worthy of happiness. I can't find love. I'm not clever. I won't get the promotion. These are all different beliefs that you may want to break down. We've got a couple of people just joined, so welcome. We're just talking about how you write down your issue of the day. So these are just different ways that you can do it. Some people want to do affirmations, which of course you can use as well. What I suggest is that you write down, you focus on the negative first, you start clearing the negative issues that you are feeling or holding you back, and clear those first, clear the beliefs, because we want to remove the trapped emotions, we want to clear any limiting beliefs that we have, and then install affirmations. You know, I am healthy, I am wonderful, whatever your affirmation may be, because obviously it's not going to work as well if we've got loads of trapped emotions about that issue, we've got loads of limiting beliefs that haven't been released yet. Does that make sense? Has anybody got any questions about that so far? Because I think it's quite important to write them down and make your intentions in the right way. Anytime you want to just speak up, guys, that's fine.
I've got a question.
Go ahead. Thank you.
I was wondering if this is going to be an intention for the day. How should I write it? How should I put it on the paper?
Yeah.
For example, my intention is I'm telling you the way I would like to write it down. So my intention is to release emotions connected with, or just the negative belief itself. Do you know what I mean? Should I put on the paper, my intention is to release emotions connected with the long stuff, you know, or just negative belief itself?
I think that'll work, definitely. I don't have a problem with you phrasing it like that. My intention, so what you're saying is my intention is to release the negative emotions or beliefs, or both, was it? So you can do that, or you can just go directly to whatever that end bit is. So you're saying release my negative, my intention is to release the negative emotions or beliefs about what's on the end there. So you can write it all out if you want to. Do you really need to write it all out every morning? That's why what I've put in here. You know, I don't think there's anything wrong with what you're saying, but you might just.
I think it's easier for me to connect with the feeling.
Yeah, go for that then. Yeah, that's good. I might add that into here, into the training, because writing getting as much down on paper as possible is always going to be helpful. I think I might have maybe even simplified it too much here. You're right, so thank you. So
I have also some questions, because at the beginning I was writing on the paper. Now I'm writing in my mobile every day. And then I'm writing, in fact, my intention is to release negative beliefs and trapped emotion related to the relationship, for example, with somebody.
Yeah.
And I'm putting name, and this is my way how I'm writing, or related to my current job. And it's like or whenever I have sometimes very like detail, like we discussed 2 weeks ago, to my ankles or my fingers, whatever. But I'm always writing the long one, like my intention is to release the trapped emotions and negative beliefs related to, connected to. And I'm putting this in my notebook, but in my mobile, because it's easier for me than writing on the paper.
I mean, but between us, I don't think it really matters where you put it. I put in the training, write it down, put it in the drawer, so that people thought, right, I've actually got to do this. And forming a habit of actually doing it. But if you're doing it that way and it's working for you, then who am I to argue, really, because it's your intention. But
I'm just thinking that you are maybe you, Grim, think like, okay, let's release these intentions what people wrote on the paper. I am not writing.
No, it's just I didn't want to say, right, what you can do is you can write it on a piece of paper, or you can put it on your phone, or you can do this, or you can write it on your hand. I wanted it to be pretty much standardized, and it worked well in the test. But to be honest, the way that you, Magda, and Evelina have told me about some of the results that you're getting, you're certainly not doing anything wrong by the looks of it, you know. So that's absolutely fine. Joanna's just joined us. Welcome, Joanna.
Hi. Sorry to be late.
Welcome. You okay? So we're just talking about, Joanna, just breaking issues down again, which I think we'll probably talk about quite a lot. Has anybody else got any questions about how to actually write the issue down, or is everybody happy with what we've just talked about there? Okay, so I'll share my screen again if there's no questions. Can everybody see that? Yeah, by the way, I didn't just talk without you being able to see what I was looking at, did I? I should have checked that. Give me a thumbs up if you can see the group here. Can you see this group? Anybody?
I can see that. Yeah, it's fine.
Thank you. I'm just checking I wasn't talking to myself there with you all. Too polite to tell me. So that's the first lesson. So we know how to write them down now. Ideally, write it down on a piece of paper, just form a habit of doing it every day. Now we're going to talk about how to break it down, which I keep saying. So here are some examples of issues that are too big, that you couldn't really expect to be fixed in one day. And like I say, I think the bigger the issue, the more sort of processing problems we're having. So an issue could be, I hate my life, I'm not successful, my family don't appreciate me, I don't deserve to be happy, I will never find my ideal partner. So as you can see, what we must do is break these down into smaller pieces. So I hate my life, we must ask ourselves, well, what do you actually hate about it? And it's very important that, you know, you actually do some work like this when you're not seeing results, or you're seeing too much processing. So if that was true for myself, I'd say, well, what do I hate about it? And obviously there's going to be a ton of answers that would build up the picture of this bigger problem. Okay, those that saw the training we did before Christmas about the mind mapping, that'll make sense to you. I've just tried to write it down here in the group so that people can read it. So it could be, I don't like my job, my family, I don't like the way I look, I'll never get a better job. You know, there's tons and tons of different things that build up into this global sort of issue, if that makes sense. Does everybody understand that? So the bigger the issue we have, the more pieces that it's made up from. Okay, so if out of all of these, so we're going to start off, instead of working on this issue every day because you might not make much progress, let's just say I don't like my job is the number one most painful issue for you at the moment. This is the one where you think, right, I'm going to work on this. And I'm not saying that you're going to magically change your job, but your reaction to that job, we can change. Do you see what I mean? You didn't hate that job on the first day you walked in the door, but you've grown, you've developed the habit of hating it through the relationships and the tasks and what have you. So you've sort of become someone who doesn't like the job. So just go and ask questions. Well, what is wrong with it? What is wrong with that job? Are there specific incidents that you don't like about it? Are there specific people? You know, is it your boss? Is it that the salary is too low or too high? Is it too challenging, or is it not enough challenging? Is it too easy and you're just completely bored and you need a change? Is it the commute? You know, the traveling to work there and back every day? Are you wishing that you'd chosen a different career altogether and you feel it's too late and that you can't retrain and do what you actually really want to do? Yeah, were you pushed into a career that you didn't like through circumstance, or you always wanted to be, I don't know, my son probably wants to be a YouTuber at the minute when he's older, and you know, if he doesn't follow his passion, he may find himself doing something he doesn't want to do. So just asking simple questions about what is actually wrong with all the different factors that make up this global issue. You're just breaking it down into smaller, more manageable chunks. So if you don't like your boss, for example, that's probably one of the most common ones, I'd imagine. That would be an intention to work on, which is going to get you more success, I'd say, than the big issue here. And now that the emotions around your boss have reduced, I'm not saying everything's going to be fine, or that somehow your boss is going to magically change jobs and disappear from your life. But if we can reduce the emotions of all these things down here, and maybe the beliefs as well, then maybe this here doesn't feel so bad. And then we follow the same process for this issue here as we have. Can you see my mouse pointer, by the way?
Yes.
Yeah, thanks. And you can see when I'm highlighting it. So
Yes.
you'd ask the same questions about the family or the way that you look, or whatever it may be. That's another one related about job or getting a better job. And then as we reduce the emotional intensity of each of these, then this has to come down, doesn't it? That has to reduce if the parts that make it up have been reduced. Does that make sense? I hope that makes a little bit of sense. And what I've put there is that you should aim to go at least 2 levels deep. So big issue here, 1 level, 2 levels. All of these here relate to this. And I'm sure if you take the time and you work through every single one of your big issues, you'll get, like the mind map, you'll go 2 levels deep on every single issue. And I've just put, I don't know if you've ever heard of SMART goals, but it should be specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and timely. So these, it should be, well, I want to feel different about my boss. So that's a specific thing. Because if you just chose, I hate my life, it's not specific, is it? It's difficult for you to see progress and see movement on a day-to-day basis. Is it measurable? Well, all of these things are difficult in a sense because it's all to do with feelings. It's qualitative more than quantitative. So it's more about how we feel on the inside. It's not something that can be easily measured. But you know, if you changed a lot of negative emotions about your boss, for instance, I'd like to think at the end of the week it wouldn't feel as bad as it did at the beginning. Is that more attainable than a huge issue? Yes. Relevant? Yes. And timely is, you know, going to try for a few days and see what the progress is and adjust. So that was a lot of talking there, I think. Has anybody got any questions on that? And I hope so. Has anybody got any examples of big issues that they want to bring forward, and we'll have a go. We'll ask some questions, we'll break it down.
I have, can I?
Yes, please do. Yes.
Yes, please do. Okay.
Yeah.
So there is some big issues coming up from my childhood, which I have to still process. And that's huge. And that's really huge because like a few years back, I was not even aware that I had that problems. And that's really big because I was with this maybe 30 years, something like that. And everything is still, almost everything is still in my body and in my mind. And it's really connected with beliefs about myself and about my future life and about the whole what I want.
Yeah.
And that's big. How can I cope with this? And it's related, of course, to my parents, which
of course.
Yeah, and this is not really, this is nothing nice, nothing really like nice, but it's huge. And some of this things they put into my mind, let's say, they programmed me, are still with me.
Yeah,
that's big. So how with this stuff? Like, it's not like I hate my dad, but this is nothing connected with this state of emotion, let's say, or I cannot say because it's not that. But for example, I cannot forgive him because he did blah 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 blah, and that's a huge long list. For example,
you've got a huge list, have you?
Yes.
Have you been
how I feel and how I I did some things with you through Justina last year. We had 5 or 6 sessions, the huge one, but there is still something because I see how I react with, you know, the guys and stuff. There is that's all related to.
So is it more the beliefs that you're saying as programming? I mean, we all get programmed when we're young. We soak everything in.
Yeah, unfortunately, yeah. So there is still something, yeah.
And it's
For example, he was I shouldn't say that, but okay, only one example. He's a good guy. He got something happened in his life, so probably that's why he kept saying this creepy okay. So so for example, when I was small, he was telling me, you're so stupid.
yeah, okay.
Or the second one, the biggest one, you're so ugly, let's say. Yeah. So these two things are so crazy big. So how can I cope with that's big and that's big and that's big? I don't know how to explain it. Big.
No, it's fine. Do you mind me doing it like this?
Should I say like I have this emotion, or I have this thought, or I have this belief about myself, and I want to make you to release that? Or
was it?
I don't know.
Was the second one, you are so ugly? Was that it?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
so we'll look
that was the crazy one. That was the craziest ever.
Yeah, absolutely. So these are beliefs that have been installed in you.
Exactly.
But I mean, you might have had an emotional reaction when he said it as well. But these are beliefs. So you've probably got, can you remember him saying it, or was it a lot of times, or was it a one-off incident? Do you have like a strong memory of him saying this?
Yes, I have still. Okay. Yeah.
So with the memory, 2 seconds. You want to work on that memory itself. So you want to think the emotions of the memory, the beliefs, whoops, right, the emotions of the memory, the beliefs, the emotions of what actually happened. You see, so you've got if you play it back in your mind like a movie, there's going to be emotional, just like any movie that you watch, there's going to be emotional peaks and troughs.
Yeah.
Which probably, I mean, I'm not going to put words in your mouth, but when he actually said, "You're so stupid," that's like the climax of this movie, this emotional intensity. So an intention would be to release the emotions of that, where it actually happened. You know, how old were you? Where were you? How did you feel? So we'll break it down into what actually happened with the memory, and the belief. Because when we're young, we just soak it in from especially up to about the age 7. We don't question anything. We're just like a sponge, and everything just comes in.
And we believe that's the only truth. Especially when we get that from a parents, which I did. I just believe I must be really stupid and I must be really ugly. But now I know this is completely bullshit. But there is some part of this. What he just told me are still stick somewhere very, very deep, and how I can relate to that when I start to a new relationship with the male, let's say, or when I'm in a group of people sometimes, or when I have to looking for a new job, or when I'm thinking I want to open up my own business. So that stuff just pop out in a 1 sec.
So we've got relationships. You see, it has a big impact on a lot of different areas, like you've just said. A new job, did you say?
Yeah.
Business. When you were out with people, did you say?
Yeah, group of people, yeah. New people, or in general.
So again, I you know, one day you might want to think, I'm in this, am I stupid in how it relates to my relationships? Well, actually no, because, you know, it's got nothing to do with what your dad said to you all them years ago. These are just beliefs that we have. So putting the intention would be, let me think. How would we put this intention? It would be, how would you phrase it, Evelina or Magda? Release the
feeling of feeling or emotions. I don't know. Emotions of what?
beliefs.
No beliefs. That
I
I'm
don't
not
know,
I'm
or
not
not
worthy, or that I'm not, I don't
I'm
know.
not enough. That I'm not enough.
I am
That
stupid.
I'm. Well, stupid. I think it's very strong. In fact.
Yeah.
I would write because I love writing
I'm
a
not.
lot.
Yeah, you're right. That's not. I'm not. I'm not enough, or I'm not worthy to have. Why?
I am releasing myself from the feeling of being stupid.
I mean, that's more of an affirmation, which is useful. But I think to start with, we want to look at the beliefs that have been installed there, the associated emotions. And I'm only really writing what Kazya's said, because what comes out of her mouth is obviously so much more.
That's true.
Think
You're
about-
right.
I think that's more the stupid, that this thing, it's more related to feeling not worthy, maybe, or feeling not worthy. I don't know. I just I that's why I said that's huge. I don't know even how. Feeling or believing I'm not worthy,
So
or I'm not enough, or I'm not enough.
yeah, so we've
Not
got
enough
beliefs
to
that
get this, or I'm not enough to get this job, or I'm not enough to be with this guy, or I'm not enough to buy this home.
So is not enough the one that resonates the most with you at the moment?
Yes, I'm not enough and I'm not worthy. Yeah, that's true.
Which one would you pick first then?
I'm not enough. Yeah.
Not enough. So there's your intention for tomorrow, I think, unless you've already done one, have you? People do it. I put that post live, and 20 people have told me that they've done it already. So I am not enough.
So okay, so what is an intention? Please release, or I wish, or I'm dreaming, or I want, or my intention for tomorrow, or
Release the trapped emotions and limiting beliefs, I think.
So yeah, release the emotions and limiting beliefs that I am not enough. How does that sound? Are you okay?
Yeah. I'm just writing on my.
Oh, what's your name? Can I ask? What's your name?
Can't you see it?
No,
You're
I
on your
can't.
phone. Do you want to say your name, Katarzyna?
My name?
Yeah.
Katarzyna.
Kasia, right? Okay.
Katarzyna, nie Kasia.
Katarzyna, okay. Okay,
Katarzyna.
Katarzyna.
So
that's how I said it, right?
so release the emotions and okay.
Limiting beliefs that I am not enough. So work on that one.
Okay.
And then you can always add, like I say, there's levels. So the next level would be, I am not enough. I mean, you said it before I did, to have a relationship, like a romantic relationship, is it? Or
yes, romantic.
yeah. So then another time, I mean, you get to do it every day.
Mm-hmm.
Can you see what I'm doing here, by the way?
Okay.
And then the next time could be, I am not enough to get a new job. To start a new business. I mean, these are all things that you said. I am not enough to
I know, I have another one. That's the
people.
huge one.
Yeah.
And it's connected connected with finances.
Go, yeah.
I'm not enough to earn 10,000 euro per month.
10k per month, yeah. Big one, yeah. So,
Okay.
do that one first. Can you,
Mhm.
can you see what I've highlighted?
Yeah.
See how that goes. Give it a day or two, maybe. See if you notice any change. Forget about this. I'm not
Mhm.
worthy. That's a totally separate belief system.
Okay.
Yeah, we're just working on enough.
Mhm.
We're not working on stupid. And we haven't even talked about this one here.
Mhm.
Give this one a day or two as a global issue. Or if you just want to break it down straight away, do it regarding relationship, or do it regarding a job, or do it regarding the 10,000 a month.
Mhm. Okay.
So there you've probably got a week's work, your next week sorted, and come back next week and tell us what you think.
Okay.
Does that make sense? And it's the same process again for worthy. It's the same process again for so ugly. And it will clear. It will clear. We just haven't hit the right limiting beliefs yet. We haven't hit the right negative emotions.
Mhm.
Green,
Oh,
Grim, I have a question.
yeah, sure.
It's in this case, it's not better to start with the smaller parts and after that do in the end that this first one, the emotion limiting beliefs that I am not enough, because I think that is very big for Katarzyna. It can be really difficult for her to process even this first one, and just already start with the smaller one. Like
Yeah, I think so. I think as I was saying it, I think I talked myself into maybe choosing the one here.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. What is the
Yeah.
most important for me at the moment? And it's relationship.
Relationship.
Yeah, because I'm working on it since last year and I see some changes, but it's not sufficient, let's say. It's not enough and it's not still not what I want and still
So I'm going to ask
not
the question.
yet. I'm getting there, but not yet. So relationship for
Yeah.
me is the most important at the moment, to fix it, to release the all dirty stuff from the past.
So that's your number one, but
Yes.
But is that your most painful problem? Like,
At the moment.
I know that might be your number one goal that you want in your life, but do you see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
What your father's instilled in you is something more painful than that. That is creating a bigger issue in your life. Do you know what I mean?
Yes. Yeah.
Like I know that
yeah,
probably logically you want a relationship, or you of course down here as well. But is this the biggest problem? Is this the most trapped emotions? Is this the most limiting beliefs?
Yes, because this is also related to related with the to relationship with a people, with the daily life.
Yeah, that's fine. I just
and
wanted
to get a new job, because that's related to going on interview, whatever, any like online, whatever. Open up my own business related to relationship with the people, because business is all about the people, not about the business. So everything. So that's the most important.
Yeah,
really.
Perfect answer. I just wanted to just raise that point, because sometimes we think, oh well, I really need to do this in my life, but it's not the most like pressing thing that's keeping us held back. But I mean, look, were you aware of all this like an hour ago? You've got so much stuff, and it looks like a lot. It looks like, oh my God, look at all these things. I'm going to be here forever. But it's about making that daily progress, small gradual progress every single day.
Mm-hmm.
So
I pick only one. I pick only the stuff with the relationship, because anyway, everything is connected with that. So, and I'm gonna work on only the one.
Yeah, good. So will you let us know how you get on?
Yes.
And
next week.
Thank you for sharing. I mean, that was really good of you. Thank you so much, because obviously it's all personal stuff. And
Yeah, and really not nice. And it's really, it's not that painful to open up, because I don't know you, I don't know the people now, I don't know the girls, I don't know, but I
Well,
made decision. Yeah, but last year I just made decision, enough is enough. And
good,
I promised to myself I'm going to do everything in my life to
good,
release and to stay healthy and to put a past to the past, finish.
good for
Full
you.
stop.
Great, great stuff. I mean, obviously you can, after some time, break down what a relationship is,
Hmm.
turn that into, you know, well, what is it about a relationship that I'm not worthy of, that I'm not, sorry, that I'm not enough for?
Hmm.
So you can just keep going with it,
Hmm.
and every day you just chip away a little bit more.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
And I have one more question. Where can I find the everything what you just put on the slide, like, I don't know,
Yeah.
10 minutes ago?
So
I know is it in a group, but which group?
it's in the English. It's in the
Okay.
English group. I was
Okay.
saying just before you joined.
Oh, that one. Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
So I'm here.
the English version. We've got the English version and the Polish version. When you're in your, if you're here now, you've got
Mhm.
access to both of these.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. I'm there. Yeah.
We're putting these as quickly as we can into the Polish version as well, but they just need translating, and then we're
I
going
love
to
it.
put them in the Polish version as well.
Okay.
There's a bit on beliefs there as well, so read that one.
Okay.
I hope you like it. Let me know what you think. It's a work in progress.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much.
No, you're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you.
That's great. Anybody else want to speak up? Be brave. Go on, Ella. Yeah.
Be brave.
Can I only say something to Katarzyna, please?
Yeah. Go on, Joanna. 2 seconds, Ella. Go on, Joanna.
Katarzyna, you beautiful woman. Don't
Yeah.
worry what somebody say before. You beautiful woman.
I know, but this creepy
I
stuff
know.
is still in, subconscious
Yeah.
Yeah,
mind
but
somewhere. And in my body, that's why I react how I react. And people say like, you freaking choleric, bah, we cannot talk with you because you just react. And I'm like, okay, well.
everything will be changed soon.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Well done.
Thank you for that.
Go on, Ella. Hi.
Hi, everyone. I actually was thinking, because you mentioned something about her memory, because she has a memory of her father saying to her this stuff. So I think so that would be better, maybe not better, but that would be something worthy to start with, releasing trapped emotion. Yeah, because obviously I have a question to Katarzyna. Do you feel anything when you picture that? Just go back to the
Of course I
to your
feel.
memories.
Of
Yeah,
course I
so
feel.
write it down. Of course, I know, but like write it down what you are feeling or what you still feeling about this when your father was saying to you, you're not worthy, you crap, whatever words he put in. Just write it down and maybe release that emotions. Did that make any sense?
I don't know. I'm not the boss here. Is it?
No, like you're absolutely right, Ella. Like I said, think
What
of
do you think? Yeah, you start with this. Yes.
Yeah,
That's so. I thought that would
I
be
think we got away
like,
from it a little bit towards the end.
yes, yeah, exactly.
We
Yeah,
were talking about the beliefs, working on the beliefs, because we were talking about beliefs.
because
So
our beliefs is like a puzzles. So maybe deep down is the memory you need to, your beliefs or your emotions, trap emotions, you need to release first, and then everything will be easier to solve.
it's worthwhile going through all your memories that you have got in your conscious mind. But of course, what I do as well is, with the daily clearing, it's going straight to the subconscious as well. So it's a useful process to actually go through all your memories. However, I think we can, see what happens. I think we can bypass a lot of stuff as well and just go straight to the emotions and beliefs that are forming these patterns. But it's a good point, though. The memories are important. I mean, if I started obviously doing EFT, the tapping. Do you know EFT?
Oh yeah, yeah.
So, and that's one of the main things you do there, because you can't access subconscious, is to work through memories. And that's where I said that it's like a movie. I mean, that's a very common thing that I think you can recognize from EFT. You work through the movie technique. A few people are smiling there. They obviously know what I'm talking about. So that's how you do it consciously. The challenge we've always had is getting to the subconscious, which is what we're doing in the Clearing Club. So good point though. Great stuff. And anybody else?
Thank you. I'm making notes.
Yeah, you're welcome. I mean,
That's really.
it's a progression. It's not going to be like that in one
Can I
day.
ask the question again?
Yeah, go on,
Another
Joanna.
question. Sorry for that, because I've been late, so I am not really sure what Katarzyna have to do with the sentence which you showed her. I asked on the chat, but sounds like nobody read that.
Yeah, I've just read it while we're talking.
Okay, don't worry.
No, it's fine. So have you begun any daily clearings, Joanna?
No.
Are you aware? So what I recommend you do, Joanna, I think most people know what I'm going to show. I don't know if you're in the English version.
Yeah, I am.
So just click on the units tab.
Mhm.
I mean, it's easy to see on desktop, but you should be able to find it on mobile. If you have any problems, let me know. And just come through and read. Everything's explained on this first lesson here.
Right. Okay.
And then day 2, what we were just looking at is how we do what we do. This is what we do.
Perfect.
No, this is sort of an introduction. Day 2.1 is what we do. Why has it gone under 5? There we go.
Let's find it. I'm gonna do that today or tonight.
Yeah, so have a read, because it's all about a group energy clearing. Are you familiar with the emotion code or not?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so basically you're writing down your intention. I'll stop sharing. You're writing down your intention for whatever it is, whatever you want it to be, and whatever you want to clear. And as long as it's done by 11 o'clock my time.
I done that, and if I can say something, I done that, but that was on I think on the Polish version. Yeah, do I'm right? I'm confused a little bit. I think I did that on the Polish version.
Yeah, that's
and
fine.
I had 2 intentions, which first one, both that was my problem as well, but that was about my daughter, which well, that was both of us problem. And to be honest, I put the intention, and a couple of hours after, all done, and I was shocked. The next day, I do another intention, and she just say so and so done. I said, "Oh my gosh, how quick is that working?" If you know what I mean. It was so amazing.
We've had success.
Oh yeah, for both.
Okay.
So
what was
now
the
we carry
question
on
then?
with my.
What didn't you understand? Was it the fact we were breaking things down into smaller pieces?
Yeah, I mean, I don't really understand what Katarzyna have to do with the sentence. That was my biggest issue, question, I should say, because you say
physically
working
writing it
out
down?
1 week for that. So that's her intention. Yeah.
Yes.
All right. So I get that point now. Okay.
Yeah. We're just trying to help her, instead of the big issue, just breaking things down into more manageable, bite-sized chunks.
Right.
That's great that you're already aware with it. I recommend everybody reads those units, those lessons in the English club, because obviously you can see there's a whole week of things to read, not just, we're only on day 2 there and what I've shown you.
Yeah.
Okay, so I recommend everybody does that.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Okay. Anybody else? Anybody got any more success stories? Like Joanna said, I know some of you have sent me some good messages, but I won't tell unless you don't want to. I don't have to get thirsty. I don't know why. I'll get really thirsty. I'm not going to put people on the spot or anything like that. this to be an uncomfortable thing, but if anybody has anything to share or any more questions about that, what time are we on? We've had nearly an hour, so that's good. Ella, go on.
I can share my intention from 2 days ago.
Yeah, please do.
That was like a fear of driving, as I had a car accident last January.
Okay.
Then Corona went on the subject, so I kind of forgot about driving. And then I had to start working again, and I felt that feeling again, like, you know, fear of driving.
Yeah.
And I couldn't sleep the whole night. That was my processing, like, you know, I couldn't sleep a whole night. I was so very nervous, very anxious. So that was the kind of biggest issue, because I couldn't sleep a whole night.
Because of the process.
Because of the process, yeah. That was a huge, I think so, that was the biggest one for me.
Yeah.
And then I think so, just gone, like, you know, I feel comfortable now. Mm.
Comfortable driving?
Yes, comfortable driving,
Really?
yeah. Again, yeah.
Great.
Thanks a million, yeah.
Great. Brilliant. Well, I mean, it really does make me happy when I hear good feedback. So thank you for that. I really do appreciate it. I used to work in a thankless job, and it was just absolutely, well, I was a policeman. And, you know, we never got much thanks, to be honest. But so, you know, earlier this year in August, I left that job and did the emotion code with Justina full time. And yeah, I mean, when I hear good feedback, I just know it was the right thing to do. And it's great. Thank you.
I can share my success too.
Please do. Yes, please do.
I'm trying to be a perfect mama, okay, and a perfect wife. So before our first Zoom meeting, I told you that probably I won't be there because my children won't let me have a free evening. And I decided to work on that.
Okay.
And now this is my third meeting.
Here you are.
I just decided that I can have my free time. So it was like 1 day issue.
Yeah.
I will let myself to have some time for me to do things that I want to do, and kids just have to have an hour with their daddy, and they're gonna live without me.
Great. Good for you. I'm really pleased. That's great. Thank
you.
You're all very welcome. You're all welcome. You're the guys who have met me and joined the club, and you're doing the intentions every day. So I'm very grateful. Anybody else? Anybody shy? It's fine if you don't want to. I'll give it another couple of minutes. Right, I'm going to stop recording.